the steps. I don't know them because I can't get the picture out there. And that's, if I go to one picture, I'm good. But without having the picture, I'm like, I'm looking in circles. So our party's on Saturday, right?
Saturday, 5:30 until 9 o'clock or however. Yeah.
Upstairs.
You guys?
I can't come, I have to work.
Where do you work?
The nail alpha.
Oh.
Yeah, like adjacent to you, but the Charles Schwab.
Charles Schwab. Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
I feed the fortunate.
What do you do?
I work in food, yeah,
Food and
Les is
beverage?
my manager.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm food and beverage and I manage the wine program. And then I also, my side hustle is that I caddy as well.
Okay, you're
So you're
catching.
gonna-
I
you're
worked
gonna
at a
jump
couple
right into
golf
luxury.
clubs in Oregon.
Sorry,
You're gonna jump right into luxury.
Andy,
That's the
let's
goal.
hope so.
You
It's a
betcha.
good place to be connected to, I think, it's all in theory.
Yeah, I
So you
at
worked at
some-
golf clubs?
And I was a restaurant manager.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, in Oregon.
Where in
So,
Oregon?
Bend, where I'm
Oh,
from.
sweet. It's a cool spot.
Yeah, so I worked at, like the blue collar golf course, which I had a ball at. and
Right.
I went up to a little bit nicer. It was fun, but a little bit more, yeah.
What was the private one? Or the-
Bend Golf, Bend Golf and Country Club was my blue collar broken top.
I don't know. I don't
However-
know them well. I know Tetherow because
That's right.
the same guy who designed our course was the designer of Tetherow.
Okay, yeah. Broken Top was beautiful. We did a lot of weddings. Brides are a pain in the ass. We did a lot of
Where's
that, but we did like twilight golf and we had so much fun with our food and beverage. And that's when we had a really good
I
time.
bet.
Yeah, because we're going out and setting up everything and the members actually cut loose and had fun. So
We're funny. We like do zero, well, not zero, but we do so.
really,
Like,
that's
yeah,
when I had the most
it's-
fun.
I-
doing
it's-
that.
it's
Except
like
for weddings.
The founders, the members, they don't want anything to do with it.
Oh, my, godmother has an auction, we got twice
Oh, to go play.
to go play with.
Yeah.
Of course, and they couldn't even go play
Why?
because they weren't members.
Yeah, if you're not a member, like it's one of those no money changes hands and
Oh, yeah.
like only like, yeah, so you can't get food or beverage or anything. But the funny thing is
I mean,
like
they
no
love the
money,
course,
but with the caddies, it's all cash, quick and
Do
dirty.
they have, does anywhere here in Hawaii do beverage card? That's what I did.
Yeah, so
I did beverage card and I made bank at my
most of
blue
the
collar
public
place.
courses here do.
I mean, bank.
Every part of whole life for a long time, she loved it.
But that's my fault. I mean, like, the chili, when they're there, like, hey, throwing 20s in there. I mean, I had so much wads of cash, I had to back it and throw it out and get another.
There you go. Just weren't open all the way.
How long have you been here?
End of July, I'm new.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
fresh.
I'm totally new.
Chris, are you a long time?
Gosh, I lived here for 8 years from 98 to 2006, and then I moved to Texas for 13 years. and I've been back for about 2 years now.
Cool. Dan, what's happening?
Hey, Dan.
Hi, everybody.
Wait. Hi, Dan.
Oh, yeah.
Are we meant to have them on? Okay. Because I'll do whatever I'm told to do.
Did you read that? Did you read the email?
Oh, we're almost ready. Wait a couple of minutes here. Come on in, Shiaki. Grab a seat.
Get you to 60.
Over there.
No, you're fine.
Stay there.
Welcome, Courtney. Can you hear us okay? Can you unmute yourself and let us know?
Yes, I can hear you.
Wonderful.
Hi, Courtney.
We can hear you.
Hi.
How many people do we have on Zoom today?
Only just Courtney right now, so.
Okay, it's a
people are-
light crowd today. Of course, some people will come in here in the 11th hour.
Come on, guys.
or 10:05.
So this is every first day of the,
No, it's every other Tuesday.
How cute.
Every
oh,
2
it's
weeks.
every other, okay.
Yeah.
Is this for the birthday?
They're okay.
No, it's a fake family picture.
That's my phone.
It's a fake family?
Yeah, it's like everybody's happy. Everybody looks so happy
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, that's good.
That's so funny.
It's a faux family.
So funny. Hey, I'm copying, sending to my group. Why are you not on the meeting?
You texting your group?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Courtney's on.
Or
Sam, I'm admitting.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sam's here.
Oh, okay.
I know.
You
Yeah, I have a
Sam,
birthday close to
Courtney,
each other.
Lisa,
Okay.
say hi.
On the 18th. Oh, well, I saw yours, what, 15 or something?
Okay, well, should we get started?
Sure.
All right. Welcome, everybody, and all those on Zoom. Good to have you. Trust everybody had a good Thanksgiving 4 days. Hopefully you took some time off. No, I did. I took Thursday and Friday off, but I worked on Saturday and half of the day Sunday. All right, let's get into the slides. Today's December 1st, isn't it?
It is. Happy
Holy
Christmas.
mackerel. It's December 1st, 30 days left in 2020. 25 days till Christmas. Okay, so we've brought some new agents aboard and in the month of November, and we're super excited to have them be a part of the Ohana. Timothy Keith and Aaron Southern, it's supposed to be, right? Southern, no N. Gotcha. Okay, they are now part of our Kona office. They're a husband and wife team. Dorothy Cumberbatch joined us on Tuesday or Wednesday before Thanksgiving. She comes from the world of timeshare. Dustin Marin is with us here. Hey, Dustin.
Yay.
Welcome. And he comes from, what do you want to tell everyone, were you?
I kind of was filling them in. before
Okay,
you came
good,
in, but
good.
I come from the food and beverage world,
Uh-huh.
private club world, from Nanaia Golf Club,
Okay.
and yeah, hoping to take that relationship building and roll it into real estate.
Right on. And then, yeah.
Dorothy is also here too. if you'd like
Oh,
to-
is Dorothy's on with us? Hi, Dorothy.
Hi, Dorothy.
Welcome, Dorothy.
Hello, everybody.
Dorothy, you want to share anything about yourself at all?
Well, I come, like you said, I come from a long line of timeshare, first marketing for 15 years and then 7 years in sales. Very excited about having joined Keller Williams.
Well, we're excited to have you. Thanks for being here. And then Andy Madrid, is Andy on Zoom today?
No, he's attending one of the trainings already.
Okay. Andy comes to us. He is an experienced agent, although he's new to the state of Hawaii. He's only been a real estate agent about a year here in Hawaii, but came from California. Had spent a lot of time in various brokerage firms in California, including Berkshire Hathaway. He had done a transaction with Sam Schaus. And this transaction apparently was difficult and had the potential to be a tad bit contentious. However, Sam and Andy worked it out. And Sam actually at the end of it recommended that we talk to Andy about coming aboard to Keller Williams, and that all worked out. So thanks to Sam. There's a bunch of you, Courtney and Lisa and Aaron, not Aaron, Baron, and a bunch of people who have just done an amazing job reaching out to, agents who are interested in joining Keller Williams and seeing what Keller Williams has to offer. And I just want to do a big shout out to all of you and thank you, because you keep introducing us to terrific people. And those people are getting word about what the Keller Williams model is and what our experience is, and they're joining. And so great job to all of you, because you know, you're helping grow the company. You're working on your profit share and your wealth building. And I'm excited. I'm excited for you and excited for what we're doing here in the office. I don't know if you saw my email on Thanksgiving Eve, but when we got done that Wednesday afternoon, we had signed our 40th agent out of the Kona office, right? With another 15 over in the Hilo office. So now there's 55 Keller Williams agents running around this island. And I'm really impressed with the amount of market share that we're starting to take. And we're going to keep continuing to take more and more. And pretty soon there's going to be just Keller Williams signs all over the place. So great job to all of you. You're doing an amazing job helping build the office. So I'm excited about all these new people, and we are looking forward to getting them into production and getting them the help and the training that they all need. Next slide. Are you not in presentation mode?
I thought it was.
Yeah, I don't think so, but that's okay. So we got some birthdays coming up in December. Linda Kelly is December 7th. Rochelle over in Hilo is the 11th. Emerald is December 12th. Our own Chris Machold here is the 15th. Lisa Bell is the 18th. Yay, Lisa. Safon, I said Safon is on the 25th. I always feel bad for people on the 25th. I feel like they get gypped, right?
The week before.
Safon. So good job. And Christina Harvey on the 28th. All right. Next slide. So great training again coming up this week. If you don't look at your Friday email reminders, please do. Every Friday you get a email, and I know those emails tend to be long, right? But there's a lot of stuff that we're trying to impart and share with you. But this week, Zach Younger, who is our regional tech trainer for the region of Northern California and Hawaii, he's doing a training tomorrow, December 2nd from 10 to 11. You can sign up for that. There is Social Media 101 with John Morris, Wealth Building with Bev Steiner. If you don't know who Bev Steiner is, Bev owns several Keller Williams market centers in the San Francisco Bay Area. Done extremely well with Keller Williams and has a lot of agents in her market centers. And she's teaching really on wealth building and profit share. Monday is going to be ninja selling. If you're familiar with Larry Kendall and the whole ninja program, we continue to go through the ninja selling workshop. Win-win negotiations. I didn't know about that one. That's coming up on Wednesday. And then of course, every Monday at 9 a.m. you got Jumpstart Your Week. Wednesday is the company huddle with Lisa, and then the Hilo team meeting is Thursdays at 9:30. Okay, lots of good training coming up. There's been you probably saw some emails float around about more business planning, right? Mark Brenneman, who's a longtime MAPS coach and trainer in the company, is doing a business planning session that an email got sent out on yesterday. You're more than welcome to sign up for that. Colette is doing her part 3 of business planning, which coming up on December 7th. So that'll be her last one of the 135 business planning. Obviously, we did a bunch of this business planning together in the month of November as a group. And if you were not part of us, When we did the business planning, don't worry, you can jump in on the last part of Colette's. You can jump in on Mark Brenneman's, or you can call me and set up a time directly with me, and we'll do it together. Okay? So still time to get the business planning done and ready before 2021. Andy, BIC update.
Okay, well, we'll start off with BIC updates, and that is that we have 2 new BICs who are just about done with their training, should be this week. So just be watching out for BIC assignments that could shift around. So we've got, and we're meeting tomorrow to kind of come up with a plan to give ourselves some time off, so we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Because I was very active in the board, this is my last hurrah. The annual membership meeting is Friday, and it's 2 to 4. If you didn't get yourself a box, a locker box, which are available at the War office right now to pick up, you really should. They've got fabulous prizes in them. You even could get a quarter of MLS dues paid. They've got raffle tickets in them. Pretty much right now, everybody who has a box is going to get a prize. Plus, they're full of just all kinds of fun goodies. Okay, so just wanted to remind you again, 2 to 4. Can't make it all, but it's Zoom, and it should be fun.
Okay.
For everybody else. All right. From a coaching point of view, I want to just remind the new agents, if you have not got your night material, which starts on January 17th, please notify Antonita. She'll make sure she has enough books and get them set up and get them ready for you to pick up. And if we have not met up yet, I would love it if you would touch base with me. I'm going to try and touch base, reach out to you all, but so we can set up an introduction meeting. And if you're due for a follow-up, but I have not got you on my calendar yet, give me a call. Jumpstart your week on Mondays. I'd like to see everybody there, 9 o'clock. And this next Monday, I'm actually the host on Jumpstart Your Week.
Wow.
So, whoa, premiere. So looking forward to that.
Okay.
And that's all I got.
Couple of words that I want to pass along on the new agents who have come over to Keller Williams. When you get here for the very first time, it can feel like you're drinking from a fire hose, right? There's a lot of information being thrown at you. You're getting a lot of emails. You're getting a lot of stuff tossed at you. So the first piece of advice I want to give you is Antonita is your first stop. She's like the general. You just call the general and she will tell you which direction to go to. So if you've got a tech problem, she knows who to send you on a tech problem. She's got you got a problem or a question that she can answer, she'll answer it. If it's a productivity coaching or big questions, she'll send it to Andy. If it's about the general running of the office, she'll send it to me. But again, your first line of defense is Antonita. Second, you're going to want to work with Antonita beginning here to make sure that you're getting your business cards done. If you need signs ordered, if you need something set up that's not set up, you need help with your new website, you need help with Command, you need help with getting your contacts loaded into Command, get with Antonita and she will get you going in the right direction. Lastly, a word about DCCA. So we know that they were notoriously slow before COVID, and they are worse during COVID. So here's what we've been able to ascertain. If we have put in your application to transfer your license to Keller Williams, and we're coming up on the 3-week mark, and we have not heard anything, that should sound an alarm for everybody involved. Right? So on our end, we're going to be monitoring this and looking at this and saying, we haven't heard anything about Dustin's license and it's been 3 weeks. So we're going to say there could be potentially something wrong, right? The problem is that we can't call on your behalf, right? Because they don't want to talk to us. They want to talk to you. So what you'll get is probably a phone call from Antonita that says, hey, your license still isn't showing up in DCCA. Here's the phone number you should call and find out if there's an issue. 9 times out of 10, there is an issue and it's not major. It's on somebody's desk, didn't get past to somebody else's desk. It's under a pile of papers.
They transpose number.
They've transposed numbers.
Put you in the wrong-
They put you in the wrong brokerage firm. We've had that happen, right? There's no limit to the amount of mistakes that can be done. So if we get to week 3 and DCCA has not transferred you over, we're going to have a concerted effort between you and Antonita to get to the bottom of why it's not transferred over and get it fixed. And some of that may require you as the licensee to be calling frequently.
Squeaky wheel.
Well, it's a fine balance between a squeaky wheel, right?
It's the grease.
Right? Sometimes it does. Like in the mainland, if you're a squeaky wheel, it works great. Here, if you're a squeaky wheel, they put you at the bottom of the pile.
Squeaky wheel with aloha.
Right. That's right. Squeaky wheel with aloha
I
is,
like it.
is a good way to describe it. So those are just some things I want to pass along to people who are new and coming aboard. I want to be proactive, and I want this to be on the radar for all of us. All right.
Can I add to that too? For all the new licensees, please remember, you can do all kinds of things. You can work on, getting set up. You can get on command. We can start you in some of the training processes, but you cannot sell real estate. And be very careful with that, because if someone else were to be spying on you and find out, they could turn you in.
And that's why I'm so adamant about staying on this, right? I'm adamant about getting your license switched over and activated in DCCA as soon as possible, so you can start practicing real estate. More importantly, if you're a new licensee, we got to make sure that you're switched over and you're with Keller Williams before Ignite starts. Because as I said, there's a lot of activities in Ignite that require you to have your license. All right, moving on. And again, if you're listening on Zoom and you have a question about anything, just jump in and stop me. And for those of us who are renewing, you actually have until December 31st. I know they like to tell you that all your renewals have to be done by November 30th, but it's really December 31st.
CEs have to be done.
Right, your CEs have to be done, but you have until the 31st to renew. Okay? And then the board dues, if you all have to be part of a board, so make sure you've joined your board and you've paid your dues before December 31st. Is that the same thing for HIR? It's December 31st? Okay. And you should have your own PVL account. And if you don't worry, we can help you getting one set up, and you can always see the status of your CE credits and the status of your renewal. We found out during last team meeting that they no longer, at least I found out that they no longer mail out cards anymore. So you have to go in and you have to print your card. And I had mine printed and I had my kids laminate it. And I leave it in my wallet because you'll go to some event where they'll say, do you have your real estate card? I'll go, no. Well, that's what happened to me, right? I didn't know I needed to carry my real estate card. Yeah.
Please send me a PDF copy of your new pocket card. We need to have all of them in your file, your agent file.
Okay, good. Everybody hear that? Send a pocket card to Antonita on email. All right, moving on. Okay, so our featured properties seems to continue to go fairly well and smooth. Our system seems to be working. We send out the featured properties, your new listings once a month. We send them out on the 22nd of every month. You have to have them in to Antonita by the 15th of every month. And then what happens from the 15th to the 22nd, we put the email blast together. We send it out to the respective agents who have listings for proofing. And once they've proofed it and approved it, then it gets scheduled and it goes out. Remember, there's 3 things that you have to submit When you do, you've got to submit a photo of the property. You have to submit a short description, beds, baths, MLS, price number, and you have to submit a link to where the property so if an agent gets the email and clicks on the property, they've got to be taken back to a individual property page for that particular property that you're advertising. Okay. So make sure you include the right link. Don't include a link to your website, but rather include a link to that property on your website. Okay. Consumers or real estate agents don't want to hunt for the property through your website. Any questions about the feature properties and how that's been going? It's been on a first come, first served basis. We've had enough room to accommodate everybody and their listings. Okay, good. Command and AIRS. AIRS is Aloha Real Estate Solutions. And I just want to make sure that you guys are utilizing Hannah and her services. Again, when you get a new listing, we're going to want to send an email to Hannah at AIRS. You're going to want to tell her what your new listing is. Make sure she has your login and password into Command so Hannah can go in and create the free marketing materials that you get. Okay, every time you take a listing, there's a list of about 5 items or 6 items, from a social post to a email blast to a just listed card. This stuff is free, so take advantage of it and use it when you get a listing, right? Other brokerage firms are not, people aren't getting free stuff like this. They're not getting free marketing created. So make sure you're using that. Any further, I had one issue that I talked to Hannah about that we got resolved for.
No, she couldn't do it through the Command, so we use a Vista print.
Yeah, that's
So-
true. Yeah,
So she got it done.
good. Yeah, we had to do a workaround because one of the things that we couldn't get done through Command. When you're doing direct mail on Command, it works very, very well if you're sending the direct mail piece to the subject property. Okay, so think about this: 98% of the US who is doing a direct mail piece is sending the direct mail piece to the subject property, unless of course you live in Hawaii. Chances are you're not sending the direct mail piece to the subject property, you're sending the direct mail piece to the mailing address because they don't live here, right? And so Command has to get in and start adding new fields, which would be property address and mailing address, and start working with, start thinking about resort communities like Hawaii, like Vail, parts of Florida and California, where there are a lot of snowbirds. Right now, it's not set up for that. So what we did is we did a workaround. We just went out to an outside company, which is what Chris and I have been doing for our direct mail. We've been going to an outside company to do the printing, and it's been very affordable, very affordable. Couple of words about Command. Again, for those who are new to the company, Command's going to seem overwhelming, right? There is a lot to learn. Basically, we took 5 or 6 different platforms that an agent would normally use, and we combined them into one platform. And so there's a lot of applets there to learn, and there's a lot of applets to know. Now, some of you feel overwhelmed or say, you know what, I don't have any use for that, or I wouldn't use that, or I don't do that in my business. And I'm just here to tell you today that that's perfectly okay, right? If you've made a terrific business, not using all of the shiny new objects, not using all of the technology, you've just like done things the old fashioned way with like the phone, you've called people, right? If you've built a good business just using the phone, then keep doing that, right? You don't have to use all of the functions of Command. What I tell people is pick and choose the parts of Command that you like, that make sense to you, and just use those functions. Like most of us will probably use the CRM function of Command because it's really good. I mean, the amount of information that you can pour into one contact's record and see a running list of everything that you've done with that contact on the right-hand side is terrific. So you might just use the CRM portion, but you may have no use for Facebook ads. And that's fine. You don't have to do Facebook ads. The one other function that you would use of Command is opportunities, right? Opportunities is where you're keeping track of all of your transactions and every deal that you've got pending and that's ready to close. I mean, you have to have some place to upload your documents, and you have to have some place to create a file. Other companies use SkySlope. Some companies use .loop. Again, we don't want to use third-party providers. We're using our own in Opportunities. And so some of the applets you do have to learn. You do have to watch the video on how to use Opportunities. You should watch the video on how to use the CRM. But again, only use the ones that make sense to you. Now, technical issues and innovations. Let me say a word about that, okay? There is always going to be technical issues. It doesn't matter what platform you use, and I've used dozens, from Top Producer to Zoho to BrightDoor, you name it. I've used some type of backend platform to run my business, and all of them have bugs and issues. So we're not alone in that. We would like to eliminate as many bugs and issues that we have, that we can. And so what I told some of you is the fact that you go in and use Command and you break it on a fairly regular basis, I think is terrific. That's great. That's what it's meant to do. That's why Gary Keller set up 300 labs across the country, specifically for agents to go in and break it and tell us what's wrong. So if you guys are experiencing a particular issue with Command, make sure I get an email on it, because I'm the one that's keeping track of what's working and what's not working. I'm the one that's producing Loom videos for KWRI, for Keller Williams International. I'm the one that's sending in the support tickets along with Antonita, and we are tracking what the issues are. Now, I found that when I do a Loom video of an issue that's happening in Command and we send that to KWRI, we're getting those issues fixed about 2 times quicker than everybody else. They really like the Loom videos from us because they can see exactly in real time what error is happening on the screen. So again, if you're experiencing error, make sure I know about it so we can get a Loom video produced and we can get it into KWRI to work on and get fixed. As far as innovations go, you'll notice that every couple of weeks, or at least once a month, they are rolling out some type of new feature in Command. And over the last 60 days, it's been a lot to do with teams, right? Team functionality in Command. How do teams function in Command? What does one team member see? What does another team member see? How do they work together? What do they share? How are leads routed that come through Command? Now, some people see this as a bad thing. I don't know why, but I see it as a good thing. I like innovation. I like when they're constantly adding to the platform. And does every rollout that they do of a new feature work seamlessly? It does not. I can't promise you that it's going to work seamlessly. Most do, not all, okay? But the fact that they're constantly innovating is, I think, amazing. I mean, other brokerage firms that I would be with, they would give you a platform and they'd say, here's the platform, go ahead and use it. And not a darn thing would change in that platform in 2, 3, 4 years. Like there would be no update, there would be no release, there would be no innovation, there would be no new tools. It was the same platform I had for 3 or 4 years. I love the fact that this company is taking chances and putting out new stuff almost every single month and saying, here, try this and see how it works, right? And so again, I would say be patient. It's always a work in progress. It's always getting better. And I love the fact that they're constantly innovating. All right. Next slide. So 2 weeks ago, we talked about your agents' websites. And we wanted to make sure that we were staying compliant with advertising rules. And we gave you this slide that kind of took you step by step on how to make sure you can go in to your agent website and customize the footer. And the bottom link there is a little Loom video that Latasha made, and she actually steps you through, items 1 through 4 here. And she shows you exactly how to make sure that your footer is in compliance. I only bring this up again because I want to make sure that you guys have done this, right? That you're not having a website out there that's not compliant. And what I said to Andy and Antonita yesterday in our team meeting, I said, well, we don't need to show this slide again because I assume everyone's done it. And the answer was no, don't assume that everybody's done it. We probably should remind them again. And so if you're having problems with this, again, let us know. And Antonita can do it. She can help you do it. She can walk you through it, whatever the case may be, but we'll make sure that your website is compliant. Questions up to this point about Command or your website or anything like that? Okay. Want to remind everyone the holiday party is coming up this Saturday, December 5th. And it is 5:30 to 9, and it is at Papakona. So we are looking forward. We've got about 35 people coming. The restaurant has us spread out 6 feet. The tables are 6 feet apart. We followed all of the CDC guidelines for having this party. We have followed, the restaurant has followed all the guidelines. We have worked very, very closely with them to make sure we are in compliance for this event, and we hope to have a nice time. It is outdoors on the Lanai. So that'll help. And if you've ever been to Papakona, you know it's a very large restaurant and there is plenty of space. So again, some of you want to come, and that's great. And it's not too late. Is it too late? We could still sneak some people in, couldn't we?
No.
Yeah, just let Antonita know if your plans have changed and you decided that you wanted to come. But it'll just be a nice night to mingle. And like I said, when we got going with this, the idea for the party is that we have been unable to come together as an office since I opened the office in January, right? I started the office with me, and then 6 weeks later we had COVID, and my short honeymoon was over, right? And so one of the reasons why we did the holiday party is because we have not had an opportunity as a family to bond together socially in any shape, form, or fashion. I've not met any of your spouses. I don't know your better halves. And so that's why we decided to go forward and do the holiday party as long as it was permissible by the county guidelines. All right. The what? Oh, yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry.
yep, good point. So if you've come by the office, thank you, Lisa, you'll notice that the Christmas tree is up and the decorations are done. And by the way, all of those people who stopped by on November 19th to help decorate, thank you. We enjoyed ourselves. We had, some eggnog, and we had the Christmas music on, and it was a nice time to decorate the office. But when you come in, you'll see the Christmas tree in the front, and there are a few angel tree tags still left on the tree. Now, remember, we decided to adopt a family for Christmas. And on the back of the angel tree tags, it talks about one item, look like this. And then on the back, it says school supplies. So it talks about one item that the family needs. And it was Wednesday, and I was getting ready to leave for the day, and I realized I hadn't taken an angel tree tag. And so I just walked up to the tree and pulled one, and the back said gift card. And I thought, well, I can't screw that up. Right? That's a good one that I picked. I can do that, right? And so many of you know that on Monday nights, every Monday night is a date night for me and my daughter. And so last night, we always go out to dinner someplace, and then we go do something. And I said, last night, I said, honey, tonight we have to go Christmas shopping for somebody with the angel tree. She's like, oh, great, Dad. What are we going to go buy him? I said, it's a gift card. So we went out and got a nice card for them and a gift card, and and we're ready to do that. But how many tags are left on the tree? Do we know?
Probably less than 10.
Okay, less than 10. So listen, I want to get rid of all of these and make sure everybody grabs one if you can. That'd be great.
Can I add to that though?
Yeah.
If you still want to get a gift, you miss getting one of the tags, or you want to add on, Antonita has the list of the families, the ages, the sizes, or whatever. You know, you don't have to limit it to things like they asked for toilet paper.
Yeah.
You know, I think we can make them help.
Sure. And we have to have these all wrapped and back here at the office by the 21st at noon. Is that right?
Yes, and then I'll deliver them to the neighborhood place of Kona.
Okay. Good. All right. Thank you for picking up on that. So one of the things I wanted to tell you guys is that in Colorado with my team, the Colorado Dream House team, we tried to have what we call 4 hot touches a year to our client database, 4 what we call hot touches. And one of them was, or 2 of the hot touches were events. And so you've heard me say this before. We did every winter we would rent out a bowling alley, we would rent out a theater, we would rent out a restaurant or something to that effect. And we would invite all of our clients to the event. And we would invite about 250. And I would say about 150 would show up. And this was what we called a hot touch or high touch event where we would be interacting with them. In the summertime, we did some type of themed barbecue. So, you know, one year it was a Texas barbecue where we had the pig on the spit. One year it was a Hawaiian barbecue. And again, they would all come out. That would be a high touch event. The third event that we would do every year would be some type of charity event where we would get our clients involved in doing some type of charity. And then the fourth event would be Christmas calendars and Christmas cards. And so I was just gonna offer to you that one of the easiest ways to get your Christmas cards out the door, friction-free, is to use a service like Shutterfly. Now, Shutterfly is pretty expensive. There may be other services out there that are less expensive, but Shutterfly pretty much does everything I want it to do. So what I have is I have my database of people that I mail to on a regular basis in an Excel spreadsheet. And I leave that Excel spreadsheet right on my computer. And as I go through transactions in the year, I wouldn't do it, but Shannon would do it. Let's say I represented 50 clients that year. Shannon would go in and add those 50 clients to my Excel spreadsheet, including their mailing address, okay? So my spreadsheet would grow and grow and grow and grow every year. And then I had everybody's name, address, and we had it all in the fields that needed to be. First name, last name, address, city, state, zip, and we had it in a CSV file. And so we would go into Shutterfly and we would merely go create an account in Shutterfly and we would upload my database to Shutterfly because they have a function called address book, okay? And so all of my clients and their addresses are in Shutterfly. Great, now what? I just merely go in there, I pick a card, I pick a Christmas card, I slap a Palomino photo, family photo, on the front of the Christmas card. I flip over the back of the Christmas card, they usually give you a text box, and I write a message of gratitude on the back of the card. I type it all out. I make sure everything looks good. I go to the next screen that says, who do you want to send this card to? I click entire address book, right? And then it says, do you want us to stuff, address, and mail these for you? And I click yes. And then yes. And then it gives me a price, right? And I put in my credit card and I'm done, okay? And they actually do everything for me and they mail them out. And so really what could be a very time-intensive exercise ends up being a very short exercise for me because my address book is already uploaded into Shutterfly, right? All I got to do is get a picture that my wife approves, right? And I have to pick out a card design.
Big family.
Big family picture. And so I can show you real fast here what we do. If I go here.
I don't know if I remember the line.
So you just make all the passwords the same. Right?
And you got to get the
Great
flashing on your
security, great
screen.
security.
All right. So
Use that one.
So, oh, what happened? How did I get there? Okay, so you start loading your photos in and different, this was 1 year, this was another year in Colorado, right? And you go up here to, let's see, where is projects? Hang on. My project. Okay,
I want to see the bill.
so you guys got a preview of this year's card, right? Nobody's seen this. This is highly confidential. Right? And so this is like one of 1,000 templates that they have, and all I did was drop the picture into it, and then it says type your name, Palomino family, and then when you go to the back, you click back. I type the message of gratitude for them, and then you go over here and you say, well, shoot, what kind of envelope do you want? You want a custom envelope? You just want a regular envelope? Do you want the envelope to have a liner? And then you go to addressing and it says, okay, so here's 153 selected. And you can see that they put their, the addresses on there, right? These are all my past clients. And you can figure out how many you want to send, right? And basically, after you got to this screen, like you say right here, it says, they're charging you 99 cents per envelope, including postage. And then you just add it to cart and you pay and you're done. So anyway, just something to think about as you're getting ready to figure out what you're going to do for Christmas and how you're going to send out cards to everybody or how you're going to send out calendars to everybody. And that's the way we did it. And that's the way we did it quickly and easily every year. All right. Questions about that?
What's the turnaround time? Do you know?
Yeah, it's about 7 days. There'll be a warning on there that says, like, they gave me a warning this year that said, hey, things are really backed up with COVID, things are really backed up with printing, things are really backed up with getting stuff out. So give yourself plenty of time. But they alert you when everything's been mailed. And anything that gets returned comes back to you. So anyway, that's just a tip. I am going to be taking vacation from the 16th to the 28th. I am not leaving the island, although I hesitate to share that information with all of you in case you try to find me or call me. But I'm going to be trying to spend time with the kids during that time. So if there's something that you absolutely positively need me for, then call me. If there's something that you don't need me for, like that can be answered by Antonita, Andy, Michelle, or someone else, then don't call me. And if I don't hear from you.
I decided to take the 18th or 16th.
You're right, correct. But we got all kinds of fun stuff on the calendar to do. All right. Again, make sure you're touching base with Hannah and utilizing her services for the marketing. And then let's take a look at transactions. So 14 new listings in November. Great job, everyone, going out there and getting getting business, and that's a little bit of the listings that were taken. And then there were new prices, 4 new prices in November. Some changes on that. And then 11 escrows. So good job, everyone. Yep, well done. And if you ever want to see any of this, Antonita can provide any of this to you on email.
Could I take that?
Yeah,
I know there's been some interesting things in some of these closings, and I just wanted to give anybody on Zoom or here in the room an opportunity to share some of the awkward situations or difficult situations that you've been through, so everybody can learn. Anybody? Carol Ann, did you have anything?
Not on closings, but with a photographer. In fact, I got tagged again. I used Brett Williams for photography for this condo last week. And for $600, he gave me like 12 photos and a canned video that he copy and pasted my photos with. Well, I did the e-blast, and it was way overpriced, but hey, it's like, he's like, well, you know, everybody's really busy. This is what I'm charging now. Right, fine, whatever. So I watched the video, and it was, I caught it yesterday and pulled it off the MLS. Then he sent me a new one, and I got tagged again today. He did my video, but what he did, I watched the whole thing to the end. I just was curious to see how the ending was. And I'm glad I did, because it paused for like 30 seconds, and then it went into all these other properties. And I called him on it. And the thing is, the guy won't even use email. He just wants to text you your bill and text you your links. And I'm like, you know, grow up. I said, use a computer. I said, this is unacceptable. You need to fix that. And his response was like, huh, really? Oh, you can get in trouble for that? I was like, yeah, isn't your wife a realtor? It's like, so he got all snarky, but he gave me, the new video link. Okay, fine. So I put it up, and then I sent him our branding, because usually Jonathan was booked out until like the 3rd week of December. He usually does my stuff. So he'll give me one unbranded video for the MLS, and then he'll give me a branded video. Well, I sent Brett our, branding information from KW. And I said, use this for my branded video for my advertising. Then he wanted another $50 to do the branding. I'm like, so done with this guy. So then the link he gave me yesterday, the MLS sent me an email this morning. He put my name and my license number on it. And you're not allowed. So my point being is, if you're going to use a photographer, make sure they know the MLS rules, because apparently this guy has no clue. And until it's fixed, I'm not paying him.
Thank you, Carol Ann. Anybody else? Okay, and at every meeting, I would like to give, and I should have probably put it in my big section, but I would like to give anybody an opportunity to share things that someone else can learn from.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
So agent wants and needs. Go ahead and just unmute yourself if you got a want or a need.
Can I share a pocket listing?
Sure.
Okay, this is Lisa Velasquez. I have clients who have a home in Kohala Ranch. They're not really ready to actively market and list it right now. But if someone has a buyer who is looking for a home in Kohala Ranch that is not built in 1989, this is a new home finished in 2019. It's a smaller home. It's got phenomenal views and a great pool, and it's located in the Meadows. And it's probably going to be going for about 1.4, 1.45. But if there's anybody who's got buyers looking, you know, and in Kohala Ranch, it's not that easy to find something under 1.5. So if you have somebody, just give me a shout, and maybe we can make something happen. Thanks.
Sounds great.
Do
Okay.
you have any photographs or anything of it, Lisa?
Of course not. And here's the bad thing. I was having such a nice time with my clients yesterday at their home. I didn't take any pictures, but I will get some. And if you need some, I will share them with you. And it was gorgeous yesterday, absolutely gorgeous up there. So I will get some photos.
Okay. Other agent wants and needs? All right, anybody got something good to share? Besides all of the eating they did.
2020 is almost over.
That's something good.
Going to 21.
Oh, yeah, we have a growth committee meeting tomorrow at 2:00.
Okay, good. So we're talking about, Carol Ann heads up our growth committee, and Bill is part of that, Bill Quinlan, and so is Cahill Gomes. And we're just talking about agents that we think we want to reach out to give an opportunity here at Keller Williams. So looking forward to that. And something else, tell us anything else good that's happening.
I've got my trip in May booked to Jamaica.
Really?
What
Well, let's hope you get to go.
do you mean get to go?
I'm going.
We're going.
Mask or no mask, you're going. All right, anything else? Okay. Well, then that's it, everybody. We got you done in 51 minutes for the team meeting today.
We covered a lot.
We covered a lot. Everybody have a great week. I'm here if you need me, and keep doing a great job. Looking forward to our final 30 days of 2020.
Aloha and happy birthday, everybody.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Happy holidays. It's our last meeting.
No,
We have one more.
we have one more.
15,
The day before you're off.
yeah, 15.
Carol Ann.
Thank you.
So Jackie, you did have someone